We are still in the 10th book of Tahara, purity, as it's called. And we're learning about Tumas Oichling, the impurity of food. So when something's growing, it doesn't become impurity just means that if it comes in contact with something impure, you can't eat that food or, bring it to Jerusalem, for example, to eat it as second tithe or truma, and so on. That's for example. Now we learned that it has to become prepared for the impurity. So if you have food that came in contact with 7 different types of liquids, so then it becomes now what we call mukshalatuma, prepared for impurity. Doesn't make it impure, it just makes it that it could become impure. So if you have something that was not touched by any liquid, and it's not prepared for impurity. We learned that. Okay. Something that's growing on the ground, it's not yet food to be eaten, to be consumed, so therefore it's not fit, right? Once it's cut off, cut from the ground, so then it can become impure. Right. Again, just a reminder that it's impure food is okay, because eating a regular breakfast, if you could eat it in the state of the food being impure. There were some people called the Prushim, the Pharisees, that were very extra careful and holy, and made sure that everything that they were and what they ate was always in a state of purity, which from what we've learned would be a very difficult task, because you have to be extremely mindful. Okay. So, chapter 4. So what is the minimum measure for the impurity of foods? For them to contract impurity, even the slightest amount, even a sesame or mustard seed contracts impurity, right? Any food that shall be eaten, including even the slightest amount. Often we speak about, measurement of things like a revius, approximately 3 ounces of a liquid, or a kazayas, something like a slice of bread, right? Approximately. But those are, excuse me, that those are, minimum amounts. But here, even a mustard seed, it could become impure. Food does not impart impurity to other foods or liquids or to a person's hands until it is the size of an egg without its shell. So that's for the food to become impure, but to impart impurity, it needs the size of an egg, right? Without its shell. And a person who partakes of impure foods, right? It means whatever the food is, that's the size of an egg, right? The person who partakes of impure foods is not disqualified from partaking of truma and sacrificial foods unless he partakes of a portion of impure food the size of an egg and a half. This is half a pras. So now that's as far as the food making something else impure. But the person that they become impure, that they now cannot eat truma, let's say they're a Kohen, right? And he becomes impure. That's only if the portion that he's eating of impure food is an egg and a half. Okay, that's clear? Okay. Even the slightest amount of liquid can contract ritual impurity and impart ritual impurity. Even a drop of an impure liquid, the size of a mustard seed, that touched foods, kalim, vessels, implements, or other liquids, causes them to become impure. Nevertheless, a person who drinks impure liquids does not become disqualified unless he drinks revias, as we explained. But the person to become impure, they have to drink at least that amount, right? So, because for the person that it should be, revius is about 3 ounces. In other words, for a person that it should be considered, like, what's food? Food is, that you consume something that's nourishing. You're having a little drop of water. That's not nourishing. So it's 3 ounces is the amount. And that's for a human being. But for the liquid to um, um, to give over impurity to another liquid or another vessel, that's irrelevant an amount, and therefore it's any amount. Excuse me. All liquids can be combined to comprise the minimum measure and disqualify a person's body if he drank a revius. Remember, there's 7 different types of liquids, so all liquids can combine together. All foods can be combined to comprise a minimum measure of an egg-sized portion that imparts the impurity associated with the foods, and I have a process to disqualify the person. Even wheat can be combined with flour, and dough with figs, and meat and the like. Everything can be combined, right? Because all foods, in the end, are nourishing. And as we gave a definition, it's got to be food that's, and if it's putrid, then it's not, no, it's not valid, right? Not valid. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to stop here. I just wanted to do at least something. All right, folks.
Thank you.